this is Anthony Hannigan. Welcome back to musicmoose.org. We're going to get into some right-hand techniques here today on the mandolin. And we've been going over chords and stuff, and pretty much the dominant presence in chords is a lot on the downbeat and getting the rhythm, and we're going to work some on that too. But the one thing I wanted to start doing was disciplining the right hand. It is quite simply done. What I like to do, a lot of people have the dilemma of what size pick to use too, and you know, whatever kind of fits your style, whatever you're comfortable with, that's what I recommend using. It's just like, you know, liking a particular steak, like you like it well done or you like it rare. I like the pick that I use is very, very small, triangular, and I use this side right here, and I choke down on it pretty tightly with the right hand, so only a very little bit of it is exposed. And you want to find a position somewhere on the instrument. And there's only one player that I've seen that does it effectively not doing this, and it's Sam Bush. He'll take and use his whole right arm. What I like to do is I find a place where my arm is comfortable, find an anchoring point. And you'll see this true too with great pool players or dart players or even golfers. They'll have one anchor point that they like using, and the one that I use is pretty much just below the bridge, right here, where I can lay the hand down and I can kind of lift it if I want to mute it for certain songs, and just kind of let the wrist move up and down. And it's good to just shake the hand out before you start playing. Get that wrist down there kind of planted, but you want to still have mobility to go up and down, because that's the kind of strokes that you want to use. And a good exercise to get is just a down-up pattern. So we'll take the G string. And you'll notice, like I said earlier, there's a set of strings, and they're both G strings, and they're tuned in unison. And a great exercise to get into on the top G string is hit the downbeat, and on the bottom G string, hit the upbeat. So basically what you want to do, very, very slowly at first, down and up. And do that for a couple minutes each time you pick up the instrument. And do the same thing down on the D string too. And the same with the A. You can almost hear the distinctual differences between the downbeat and the upbeat too. The downbeat is a lot stronger. And down here with the E string. And it's good to train the hand and basically develop what kind of pressure you're going to use to get a tone from the instrument. So again, on the G string, down and up. And let me just show you something here. What happens as I start building enough speed to this, you have a tremolo. That's how the tremolo comes to life. Again, we're going to go down and up on the G, down and up on the D, down and up on the A, and down and up on the E. Now we want to take it one step further, and we're going to use the G and the D string. We're going to go down on the G and up on the D. And you can see when I start speeding this up, it up to a speed, letting the pick just loosely rest in your hand, and then slow it back down again. And this is a good time too to work on some volume control too. Do it on the D and the A string. And the A and the E string. What you really want to do is kind of separate yourself from what the right hand is doing altogether, completely independent of your mind. So basically, the right hand will have its job and it'll know what to do each time you pick up that pick. Now, a good exercise, because you'll eventually go crazy just playing open strings, but it's very advisable in the beginning when you first pick up the instrument just to get some discipline in the right hand. Down and up. Now let's jump over this, make it a little bit more interesting. Challenge yourself and do the G and the A string. And the G and the E string. Let's try the D and the E string. The A and the E string. The G and the A string. And what I'm setting the groundwork for is an early foundation of cross picking. And the way that that sounds, and we're going to get into that some lessons to come, but for right now, let's mix up that down and up beat on a simple little G scale. We'll do the 2nd fret, the 4th fret, and the 6th fret on the G string. Do the same thing on the D string. Don't worry about playing it too fast. What you want to get is a good even tone with your downbeats and your upbeats. And do it on all the strings. This is the time too. It doesn't really matter what you're doing as far as the notes or the scale right there. It's just good to get the hands, both hands working together. And work that all the way up. And you can do it with some different notes too. You can actually just do it chromatically. As long as you're getting that pick to work and your right hand to work independently than your left hand. A lot of times people are looking at their left hand and worrying about that. They have no time to focus on their right hand. But once in a while, you'll be looking down at the right hand, especially if you're playing some complex fiddle tunes or even classical music. You're really concerned about your down and your upbeats. And we'll get into that too later on. But it's important right now just to train the right hand on the simple, basic tremolo. And then we'll get working up to the tremolo just by doing this right here. Down and up. So simply, just on each string, then mix it up a little bit, and then jump around G to A, G to E, and have you resolve back on your G chord. These are simple little techniques that are going to help you be a better player. Definitely train your hands and get you more proper technique as you start learning the instrument more. And that's what we're about here at musicmoose.org, getting you to be a better player through this information that we're presenting you in each and every lesson. Play on.